What makes your AI bot's conversational abilities more natural or intuitive compared to other solutions on the market? Karthik, if you want.
Yeah. Um, I think in the previous question we talked about NLP or natural language processing. That is the key part where basically we're not trying to look for a keyword. Like for example, with the other bots or previous generation bots when AI technology wasn't available, most of the focus was on that one keyword. Like for example, you would have had frustrated experiences where the bot keeps saying, say yes to confirm, say yes to confirm, or what was that, and so on. That's because the bot in the previous technologies was specifically looking for that keyword. But the natural language processing as a technology is a game changer because there is multiple technologies that it adopts. For example, when you were to come up with a sentence that says, or you're asking the bot, I keep going back to that one sentence because I'm quite familiar with it and how it works and so on. But I want to make a booking, right? Now, the bot, natural language processing, I'm going a bit more deeper into the technology. What it does is there's multiple techniques called tokenization, where it splits each and every word and it gives a number to it. So now, it's basically contextualizing each and every word. And then, it does technique like stemming and limitation. And these are deep AI terms. But if I can simply put it this way, where users using used are three words. So use is the stem word for all of the three words. So it adapts technologies like that to understand what you're saying. It's not just that one keyword understanding, but it's stemming the words. It's also lemmatizing the words. For example, university, universal, the the stem word wouldn't work there because universe isn't the stem word for university or universal. So then it's going back and lemmatizing it so it knows all the dictionary phrases, right? And so some of these techniques are quite deep. We're jumping into transformers as an architecture and so on. But long story short, all of these techniques mean it's able to actually understand you. It's not, it's not just matching for that keyword. It's basically dwelling into it, understanding the context. There's a lot more functions like softmax function that gets applied to then come up with probabilities as to what the next output should be or what we are trying to say and so on. But long story short, the natural language processing as a module makes sure that the bot really understands what we are saying. And that's the power of this AI technology. Um, so that's exactly how we understand the context of what the caller is saying, rather than just coming up with just a keyword search, which it isn't a good technology anymore because we don't have to rely on that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. How do you do it? What is the technology behind the bot's ability to handle these complex conversations and recognizing the context of the words and that sort of thing?
Yeah, so I think we have already discussed a bit of that where we talked about lemmatization, stemming, and all of that, and we talked about softmax functions and so on. But there's also one more key part that comes into play, which is also techniques like parts of speech. Picking up parts of speech. Again, going back to our previous techniques, what is the make of your laptop, right? Now, a make could be a noun, it could be a verb. In this context, what is the make of your laptop is actually a noun versus
Mm.
you know what are you making, it's a verb. So understanding this is a different, it puts it in a different sort of space where it's truly conversational, it's truly it's able to understand everything that we're saying. But also one more key thing that I would like to mention about complexities of conversations, right? We humans are, quite equipped to adapt to conversations. For example, would you like to make a booking? I ask you the question. You might say, hey, do you guys do bulk billing? And then I go, yeah, we are a bulk billing clinic, but would you like to still make a booking or do you have any more questions? But that's an easy conversation for humans, and we have been doing it for so long that we remember context. We remember conversation flows, we come back to our previous points of conversation, and it becomes particularly hard for bots. Like, even for a large language model, like you're talking about chat GPTs or Geminis out there, making sure that, you spend enough time in programming the bot to make sure that it's coming back to the conversations. It's remembering the context. It's remembering what we were talking about before, is some of the things that we spend exceptional amount of time on, and we make sure that our bot frameworks have these already accounted for so that complex scenarios can be handled better. Again, another example can be, you know um, I would like to lodge a ticket, but the caller might ask another question, which is like, are you open today? I can actually come and drop my laptop in. And then, the bot's ability to then go back and say, yes, we are open today from this time. You can come in by, before 5 p.m. But would you still like me to log a ticket for you? Meanwhile, this is something that we spend a lot of time on. We, program these frameworks, we account for all these scenarios, and we use generative AI as well. I keep pointing about how NLP and natural language processing, and we spend a lot of time in making that happen. But we also use generative AI for fallback instances. For example, the caller might ask, or someone might ask, hey, do you guys have any positions open right now? Can I come and work for you? Some of these human conversations can't all be accounted for. There'll be always surprises. And LLMs or generative AI is quite good at that. And we incorporate even that for our fallback strategies. So the bot would then say, hey, you can check out our website, for any positions that are open currently. If there's any, we would actively let you know. Can I collect your details or something like that? So it's basically having those fallback responses using LLMs, accounting for all of these complex scenarios is key for us. And like I said, we spend a lot of time in this.